Mr. Krishna Anand, a lot of people from the DMK would say that all these opponents and analysts are simply jumping the gun. There isn't enough evidence at hand to make anyone believe that this was indeed foul play or murder, because he went into his toilet, which is where he was found hanging from the ceiling. There is no reason, therefore, to immediately jump the gun and conclude that there could have been foul play.
Rahul, there are two ways of looking at it. One is to sort of, look at it, from a very, very legalistic perspective. And there is absolutely, there is certainly a valid point in saying that, look, here is a man found dead as the autopsy has not been conducted and so many other things. So don't jump the gun. But then I think, when we are what we are discussing today, I think is not just legalistic. That is for a court to decide. But even before the courts, I think the circumstances in which a particular person is dead and all those things are very, very relevant matters. Now, Sadiq Batcha is not just another man. The CBI had interrogated him at least thrice in the past 3 months. In fact, he was the first person to be interrogated by the CBI when the Supreme Court actually sort of, asked the CBI to go and do something about it. And it very clearly emerges. Here is a story that, somebody who is known to Mr. Raja back home there suddenly arrives here, and as Sandeep had just now mentioned, there is an exponential growth, and his company, he is just the managing director, but there are several others, Raja's own brothers, nephew, his own wife was actually in the board quite recently. I think, she quit from.
It's very interesting, Paranjoy, to note also the fact that A. Raja just this afternoon was supposed to leave for New Delhi. He was to be grilled by the CBI in the evening today and also through the day tomorrow. And there was a very strong buzz around town that he could have possibly turned approver, which would have meant that he would have spilled the beans on A. Raja. So there was a reason why somebody might have wanted to see him dead.
There is too much surrounding the unnatural death of Sadiq Batcha. There is no doubt about the fact that A, he was extremely close to Mr. Raja. There's no doubt about that fact. Now, the question that I have, if indeed he was such a key individual who could provide a huge amount of information as to what really happened in the Spectrum scam, did the CBI, the question I'm asking, now that the CBI is going to look into why he died, whether it's suicide or not, why did they not ensure that he was protected? This is something I'm wondering. Because if indeed he did not commit suicide, there's some foul play, and I'm sitting here in Delhi, I have no idea whether it's true or not. But the key witnesses in the scam, including certain informers, including certain associates of Mr. Raja, who've now turned approver, who now are spilling the beans on him, I think it was also the CBI's duty to ensure that they are protected. As far as Mr. Batcha is concerned, the late Mr. Batcha, there's absolutely no doubt about the fact that he knew one hell of a lot. And in his death, it's really an open question as to how far, the money trail, the money trail,
okay,
which goes out of India. We know that the CBI has already acknowledged that it has sent letters rogatory to Mauritius. It sent a reminder that it's looking at where the money went, not just to Mauritius, but to Singapore, to Cyprus, to Jersey, to Virgin Islands. Maybe somebody like Sadiq Batcha could have thrown a lot of light into what really happened.